Welcome, 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 everybody. Why is my webcam not here? how are you all doing? My webcam didn't show up. 1 second. Sorry about that. Had a long delay, but welcome to the Ascend Tournament Series stream. I'm Spotty FC. You all have come to the right place as my webcam. Oh, there it is. There's my webcam. It's shown up. Hopefully, you're all doing well. I'm Spotty FC. Thank you all so very much. As we gotta get a match underway here. Our next night on Midwest Mafia here in the Pinnacle Cup for a very late matchup here tonight this evening. This is a rematch of last season's Apex Cup Championship, where it was Midwest Mafia who took a 4-2 series victory, including losing a game with a, I think, almost 7-minute overtime. Again, we'll get things underway shortly here as we'll get these players as we can for this matchup. Again, apologies for that delay. And again, it's going to be a good match. Another best of 5. This is, again, week 1. It was a rematch from last season in their +1 match. I think they played that around week 4, week 5. Or it was a Midwest Mafia sweep. Again, we'll hopefully get things sorted out very soon here. It's going to be a good time. I'm excited to see how this will work. So again, we're going to hopefully get things sorted out as quickly as we can, get these players in the lobby, as it's V-Bell, Owen, and Dylan on one side. The other side, I think it's Perry joining in with some new teammates. He's the only one to remain out of Hunter X Knight from last season is Perry. We've got Zavi, Jared, and Manny Alar. Midwest Mafia themselves, all of these players were on the team last season that won. They've only removed players. This season rather than adding players or changing players like Knight did this season, so a little different overall. So it's going to be a great match nonetheless, as we'll get these teams in the lobby shortly. Again, a very late matchup, but a great rematch, all things considered, with the caliber of players that we have showing up here tonight. We'll wait on these rosters to join on in. Should be here any moment. And we'll get this best of 5 series underway. And again, it's going to be a great match nonetheless here. Well, it's going to be a great match nonetheless. I'm excited to see how things will go. I'm excited to how tonight's going to go. It's going to be fun as well. It's going to be a great night of Pinnacle Cup action, again, sponsored by House Wyffindor. This one is the House Wyffindor Pinnacle Cup. As we are, again, just having to wait for a few updates overall. Once we're confirmed on what's happening, better believe we're going to have that match underway, as they are all now in the lobby. So let's get this match going. A rematch of last season's Apex Cup Championship. Midwest Mafia won then. They won in the regular season, even before that in a 3-0 sweep. Now they play in the Pinnacle Cup in Week 1. 100X Knight on the blue. Midwest Mafia are the reigning champions on the orange. And a best of 5 series and ATS's new pinnacle of action. Dylan, Owen, and V-Belair on one side. Perry, the only returning member to have played against this team last season, along with some new teammates in Manialar and Jared. And X Knights really going to be relying a lot on Manialar. This is a player who this is probably the highest ranked player in this lobby at this point. Knight has a vengeance. They want to win this match that much more. And Manialar definitely going to be a player that will lead them to victory if anyone here is to do just that. As Perry trying to get the early shots going. Owen can't get there! And it's the early onslaught from Knight that will go and prove successful. Inside the first minute, Knight with a huge strike to the left side of the goal. And what a start for them. Just that early pressure really looking to be overwhelming as Jared hit a double tap past them. Midwest Mafia, they may have beaten this team before. This is a very new Knight roster though. Only one returning player, a very new playstyle. Knight last season was played with issues of inactivity. This season, we'll see how this Knight roster goes. I can't say anything for sure, but there's definitely an aura of hope around this new Knight roster on how well they'll do this season. The teams this season, this Pinnacle Cup, division that would never have happened last season. My teams running in this season. In this competition, so many good teams that are playing this season. Again, the 8 best teams in ATS are all in the Pinnacle Cup. And you better believe it's going to be quite a wild night if these teams play the way they are. But for Midwest Mafia, not able to get much on offense here as 100X Knight winning a lot of these midfield plays. And Midwest Mafia being a team that's so based on control and on teamwork, they need that possession. They need to be able to win ball possession if they have any chance of being able to cleanly take these games, and that might be one there. Perry's going to get back from a shot from Owen. 100X Knight will just send this one away with Jared. Midwest Mafia collecting on this one. It is Dylan who trying to avoid the bump in the first place. Now has to get the clear. Owen jumped in as well. 100X Knight with open room as Perry gets round 1. Now round 2. Jared and Manialar hesitating on who wants to go for this one. It will be Jared instead as he calls this play off. Gets by 1. Owen will win the 50, but it's up for Perry instead. He's got the back wall. Perry with one more touch. Saved away. And Midwest Mafia playing the defensive right now. Very unlike what we saw between them and the old 100X Knight roster. It was all hands on deck when it came to being able to play in that transition game out of Midwest Mafia. Tonight they have not been given a chance to play that way as Perry on the double tap. Kept wide as Dylan, Manialar, Owen with a long clear. Perry can't get there. Owen again. Manialar up to the back wall. Dylan. Owen off the side wall. Still just a free ball for 100X Knight to take over with as Perry to the back wall. In front is Manialar. Will be cleared away as 100X Knights right now continuing their offensive push. It is play after play after play. There doesn't seem to be much that's budging here this series. Goes Perry again. West Mafia forced to have to play the midfield and the midfield only. They just can't get out as Manialar nearly put in a second goal. 100X Knights closing in, but still not good enough. As in front it goes. And here we go. As 100X Knights forcing their way through. As another goal in, it's 3 now. 100X Knight right off the kickoff, just keep on scoring. 2 straight goals, and Midwest Mafia from what was a very close game. And it is a long, long battle. Anialar. The resets. B-Bell. Long cleared away, as it's gonna be a goal back the other way. Oh no, it's not. Jared gets a piece of it. Still in front of the net. Owen, Shirley, stopped by Manuelar. Now goes B-Bell. But Perry's gonna get to it. Oh, he doesn't actually get a touch on it. The clear's not very good either. But Knights will get out of this one. A jam, if you will. But one that will rely on that strong backline that they've built up so far. As there's another chance in front. This one's wide open. And it is Owen with the breakthrough. First of the series. And it is the back and forth run right now as V-Bell. The sidewall. Jared. And the next Knight is just in the midfield, but even though they got scored on once, it's not going to make a difference here. Game 1 is theirs. The next 35 Knights bringing their power this time around. I got a new roster, one that's definitely better than the old one, at least on paper. Definitely starting off this series looking incredibly strong. 3-1's nothing to scoff at. Here we go, game 2. Continuing onward. And it is... It's 1-0 for Knights. All the good things that happened last game, they're not going to do it all over again. For a team that has never been able to... They've never been able to be the better of. Oh, they're one game closer to doing something new this season. It's still a tough road. This Midwest Mafia side is still very, very good. To be very much an issue. They're the reigning champs for a reason. And I'm sure for Knight, it is in their best interest to try to find as many outplays as they can, as many reasons as they can to keep on playing this series. As who's gonna move this one away? Jared. Perry. Oh, it's a great pass! Oh my goodness, even better save from Owen, who somehow got up for that one. Here we go again. It is round and round, play after play, shot after shot. That one hit the post. And I thought NX Knight was going to take this one. But it's still tied at no goals. Still resting in the midfield as up goes Perry, now Manny Alar. B-Bell in the midfield. Jared, Dylan. Dylan again, and it's gonna be Owen. Stopped by Jared. It's gonna be Perry, who's just waiting back for this one. And And Onyx Knight just wrestling to find that play on that control on offense. As here goes Owen. A bump on Perry. Jared! Oh, he's been dunked! Bevo's gonna score this one! Oh, what a strange occurrence. I don't know. He had a sixth sense on reading that one. I'd have asked for anything more perfect. As Midwest Mafia still trying to move. Owen still, Perry. Mafia is still just trying to find second goal, and for Onyx Knights, who themselves are so good at making things so awkward for Midwest Mafia last game, I really struggled to find that kind of chaos here. But Jared may have one! And with a double tap like that, there is no doubt about it. Oh, what a strike for Jared. And he read that beautifully, too. I mean, there is no more perfect read than that in that moment. Man, Onyx Knights coming alive when they needed to. Jared with a beautiful double tap. And it's Onyx Knight who still finding their chances, still finding their shots, their goals. They've taken them a little bit longer this game, but the reason why this team is so scary, especially with the addition of Manny Alar. Well, obviously, he's not had too much of an impact so far this game. It's been a goal came from Jared, and really all of Jared in that moment. As now Manny Alar with the pinch downfield, up by Owen as West Mafia. And they knew sooner rather than later they were going to struggle to keep that one goal lead. Now they have the very real position of having to get a goal at some point. Might be a good chance as well as Dylan, just on his shot, now has the dunk as well. Midwest Mafia for a second time getting a massive dunk over the net. That one does not connect as here we go again. Owen, Manny Alar, Jared to the back wall. Jared still, Perry. To keep this one away from the goal. Manny Alar. V-Bell, this one, oh my goodness, nearly scored on it. Manny Alar, I was trying to go for a backwards pass. Almost gave V-Bell the chance to score the go-ahead goal. This game, still just as exciting. Both these teams really bringing the pace that is expected of a match like this. Just trying to make sure they can get the goals to boot. As it's left midfield, it's going to be a long clear for B-Bell. Dylan, back wall, here's a great double tap attempt. But he doesn't even get close to that one. And now double commit for Midwest Mafia means they're forced to go back to defense. Or at least they should be, as Manny Alar will go up for offense now. Second touch. Saved away by B-Bell in that back corner as they're the other way. Dylan looking for one last big effort out of MWM, but they're not going to get it. And actually, Onyx Knight still looking to keep this ball airborne. Now they don't want it to be. B-Bell going to hit this to the ground. It's overtime in game 2. And last time these two teams played, as I said, it was a very long OT midway through the series. Overtime that was won by 135. Jared. Nice little flick as well. Owen clears. B-Bell, that's a great flick. But he's not going to get very far with that one as both teams really in a standstill. Been a series of predeterminations, pre-jumping, pre-thinking. So while they might not be moving as fast as at points, they're absolutely thinking just as sharply. Because I mean we've seen so many players and so many plays start on a dime and just immediately turn into something different. These players got to keep their toes warm, got to keep themselves moving. Never know what's going to happen next in a game like this. As Owen, Jared with the stop, but a shot goes through. Alar's going to get there, and he'll find Perry. V-Bell on no boost will make that save, and he's got Owen in support. Manny Alar, demo through one. Dylan. Jared. punched away. Perry. A bit awkward, but somehow Dylan gets himself very contorted, his body just to tap around that post, get to that ball. And it seems like it's again at a kind of a weird standstill moment. No team's really getting any opportunities, but they're going to start to form soon enough. Teams are testing each other. Heavily, somebody's going to make a mistake. Somebody's going to leave something open, and somebody's going to be the one to win this game. As Owen trying to be the one to play going. He'll find Dylan. A shot not on, though. And Perry's going to clear it away. Under X Knight. He'll take match point here in game number 2. There's V-Bell. Stopped by Manny. Owen. To the sidewall here as Jared ran into Manny LR. A little awkward, but that's a great outplay. Manny's got no boost, and neither does Perry, as they both chase this one down. No possession. Under X Knight. Play just continues to stay dead as Owen. Dylan back to Owen. Now it's on the back wall. It is Perry again. Off the corner. LR will see Owen to keep that ball away. Jared. Dylan. Perry. Flip reset. Saved away by V-Bell, but Manny LR's got another chance. Keeps it high. Keeps it going, but Midwest Mafia still have resources back there. And that's the thing about their defense. They have not struggled to keep boost counts. Next night, they're going to have to do more if they're going to squeeze the life out of Midwest Mafia, because at any point, Midwest Mafia can run just fine with low boost counts. A lot more than just that to beat them as another flip reset attempt. Going to be kept away again, as now it's Dylan. Kept out by Perry. Owen, not a very good touch, just left for Jared. Flip reset for Jaredino. Shot on, but an easy save for V-Bell. There, Midwest Mafia had to be a bit worried. They had no boost on that play. The rare times we've seen them on the goal line with nothing in the tank. Putting themselves in the right position. Putting themselves to be in the right place at the right time! And that's where they're going to get this chance to go through! An infield pass! And Dylan's on the end of it. And a goal for Midwest Mafia. The left side of the goal and in. It is game 2 for MWM. Series is tied up. Here we go again. Game number 3. And for X Knight. Things have got to be getting better for them. And there we go. There we go. What a huge showing anyways. These players have looked. X Knight. Midwest Mafia. As an infield play, X Knight looking for these passes. Jared's already up for this. Oh, he went for a massive pre-jump play. I love that confidence. Only at this level do you see people go for that kind of stuff. But it works. That's the thing. At this level, you gotta be that fast. You gotta be that coordinated to win games like this. Teams are too good nowadays to do the conventional. Why? Or at least for next night, you gotta do something new. You gotta do something innovative at points. With how weak last game was offensively. Just couldn't get shots going. They couldn't get shots in. Jared sent away. It will be Barry who will not get to it. V-Bell. Jared. Again, stopped by Owen. Dylan, it's a wide open chance, and there's nobody back to stop him. But X-Knight overcommitted. And it is Midwest Mafia will soar back in. And Midwest Mafia and Knights will need another one. Oh, they're gonna do just that. What a save! Follow up! Oh my, Owen! Well, I wasn't expecting that out of him. Some good efforts too. From that fallout, getting the saves going. I thought he was gone there. I thought that was gonna be a goal. Can't underestimate this rank level. Wow, that's a good shot from Perry. As it's an answer from Dylan. And it's another one from Midwest Mafia. A little bit of a scrum in that corner. And Jared, who I think went for boost, kind of got a bit caught there on that back pass. And was forced in. And again, so far, as another play in front. Owen's not going to get a lot on that, but it's just enough to keep him out. X-Knight, though, have been trying to suffocate the play, but again, I love this from Midwest Mafia. They're accepting the defensive play. They're accepting what they're doing on defense. Thing is, though, they're just waiting to see if Knight will pull themselves in a little bit more aggressively, and finally, then maybe something can pop right there. Maybe this is it, but some good defense from Barry. And two players challenging him, and yet got through both of them. And with time still to go, the next Knight trying to be the one to make the difference. Barry, dunk there. Owen, Dylan, Manular. Bell. Perry. Owen is still on this one as Jared goes again. 15 by Dylan. Perry had a chance there, but didn't have enough boost to make it happen. Game 3 nearing closer and closer to its end. NELR. Buried. Another goal goes in. It's Jared on the finisher. And Midwest Mafia have to score again late in this game. He's a lot more. Midwest Mafia just trying to be that team right now as an infield play. Oh, it's still gonna go in. They did make the comeback. Late in the game, too. 3-3. Even on both sides. We get to see it here. Will be in the midfield. And again, Onyx Knights need to come back again if they want to take this game. And Midwest Mafia, they can come back too. That goal maybe has given them enough energy to attack back as Knights. Sidewall. Second touch, not made by Perry. Jared. It is off the back wall. Overtime again here. We get another game. So far, it has been... well, there's been a lot of back and forth. Perry. Owen. Missed there for Onyx Knights. Is Perry up again. He's missed it too. Owen. Flip. Gives away. Dylan's been demoed out. Pedino. The long clear. It's Manular. Off the sidewalk. Can't get a second touch. Dylan. Keep things in the infield. As Owen again. Maybe a pass. That's gonna go in. Dylan's got another game. 2 games straight. 2 wins straight. Huge overtime win. And again, so far, we go to game 4 where Midwest Mafia could potentially win yet again. They lost that first game. I thought maybe, just maybe, Onyx Knight would have a chance to beat them. But man, this Midwest Mafia team, that team chemistry, just so tough to take down. Only 1 game away from winning this series in the Pinnacle Cup, and once again proving it for a 3rd time in a row, Onyx Knight does not beat them. F50, it's the rematch of the finals. That's the fun thing about this. It's a great series. It absolutely is. Even if Onyx Knight have completely changed since last season, they're gonna be happy about this one. And for Midwest Mafia, I don't think they care that Onyx Knight has changed. They want to beat this team again and again, really prove it. They are the better team. Over and over again. And with it only being 1 match a season that you play against these guys, it's a big time moment for Knight to show up. And that's why Jared's gonna get that first goal. They've been a little fluky off that corner, but hey, Perry's got a good recovery on it. Jared's waiting for it, he's in the right position. Good on Knight for capitalizing so quickly. Here we go again. V-Bell. Perry does get the stop there. Now left in the midfield is Mafia trying to get this ball out, but Millar's going to be waiting for it, and Millar's continuing to stay around the play. Somebody's going to get something. That could have been a goal there for Onyx Knight as it just careened across all the players waiting in front of that net. No one from Midwest Mafia actually had that play. As here we go again. Perry beat by Dylan. Owen. Hit the ceiling. It will be Perry. Owen. In the midfield. And so far, go again. Midwest Mafia. I look for that goal back. That shot could have been it. Just continue to pummel that net. Just need to hit the target here. As V-Bell. Oh, it's going to be straight to Jared. Roanoke's Knight trying to force that Game 5 situation. Really closing in on such an occurrence. Off his own back wall goes V-Bell. Manny Alar will parry. Now it's veered back away by Owen. Manny. Dylan. He's gonna leave this one. Jared. Owen. Challenge away. Someone's gonna get to this one. It's gonna be Midwest Mafia as they'll leave it midfield. Parry. Oh, Dylan doesn't actually get to this one. As Jared again. Saved! No! Jared's got the dunk on Owen. Here we go again, just action over action, goal after goal, another play. Keeps falling through. And so much through here. West Mafia just trying to keep themselves close. Knight's gonna go for the midfield again. Play as Dylan pop it up. Owen again now. West Mafia. At this point, may not be coming back from such a deficit. At the very least, they can try to set themselves up for a more positive start to Game 5. They lose. It seems like they lose by multiple goals here to the Sonic Snipe roster. They get scored on once, start to push heavier and heavier, higher and higher. 4 goals, give up more space in the backfield, and then get scored on again, and continue that process. My roster loves that. They love it when teams have to force themselves thin. And again, for how this game has gone, it's just one of those things where, I mean, it was a bad start, and it just kind of snowballed into more and more goals against, worse and worse games, or worse and worse plays, more and more rushing, and it just feels like for Midwest Mafia, they're going to need that reset for Roanoke's Knight. They're happy to see this happen. They've grabbed momentum, clearly, out of this game. So we're going to Game 5 again tonight here. We have had a good amount of Game 5 so far this week, and this will be yet another such case. First time these two teams will ever go against each other in Champions Field, in fact, to decide a series. And it's again going to happen as soon as this game will end its final seconds. As Dylan wins the challenge, it will be Midwest Mafia. Surely this is a goal for them. It's going to be an own goal, in fact. Bounced off of Dylan. But it's an own goal. It's going to fall in nonetheless. Yeah, Jared just shot it into his own goal. Seconds, and for Midwest Mafia, at this point, even a minute ago, like that was their kind of game plan, just to get something, have something positive to go to Game 5 with. They found it, that's for sure. But no, we actually do need to go to Game 5. Roanoke's Knights, after two straight games lost in overtime, now have won Game 4 quite strongly when in a 3-1 scoreline. I think it was the same scoreline they had in Game 1. Here we go, Champions Field, Game 5. All the marbles here in Week 1. And 50, do you like this? I love this, this is great. This is definitely the closest these two teams have ever been to each other in ATS history. That's why this season's gonna be so great. This is why season 4 is gonna be so amazing, with all the changes that have been happening. I can't wait for it all to happen. For all this to happen. I can't wait for these teams to likely play against each other in that final bracket. That is definitely not unlikely. And now, though, Game 5 is here. Both these teams have proven they have what it takes. It's just who can get off to a better start. Really what I'm looking into. As a little dunk play there, Manny Alar. B-Bell. Oh, it's a little bit of a miss there. Miss from Perry. Then comes Dylan. He can't get the shot. I was actually looking for B-Bell on that outlet play, and I like that he's going for that. It's again, the most Midwest Mafia thing I can think of is them looking for a pass on a play that they could have shot on. That's on Eric's Knight. We'll look midfield. It's Jared, stopped by V-Bell. And it is a Midwest Mafia play that they'll get the handle of, but not for long. Here goes Jared. Annie Alar, kept out by Owen as Perry's gonna keep this ball going. V-Bell, bumped it away! It's open for Perry! V-Bell got rocked! And Perry's light lob will only find the net. No one there to stop. V-Bell was hit out of the way. And it is the start that Knight wants. At least, in theory. And things just continue onward. As Eric's Knight trying to keep their wits about them, trying to keep their calm. As this game just continues to show up in every single way here. Not only is it Championsville, not only is it, again, the best of these teams have ever looked at times. It's absolutely going to be a battle that could very likely repeat itself and very likely have incredibly important consequences by the end of the season. I mean, these teams are right in the middle of the seeding, so in theory, you might see these teams ranking that 4th and 5th seed, and this game could be the difference between who is the favorite in their match and who is not. And who knows? Maybe it's a start to future matches. There's a lot of good teams here that could lose. As Perry again. Right. The flip reset. He's going the wrong direction, though. He's going to need a little bit of help from Manny Alars. That's now going to go to Perry. Dylan. Stopped by Jared. Owen's going to be back, and it'll be an easy save, although not a great one, considering that Jared is still able to shoot on that. Owen keeps this one going. Alar stays on it. Jared. B-Bell. It's going to be left to the back wall. It's Dylan. Oh, he almost tripped off the back wall. Now it's Jared. Oh, that could have been the goal. That could have been the goal to give them the lead that they needed. One goal is not enough for Knight. They're really pushing for that second. But they haven't been able to find it. Nor do they need to find it right now. This game is on the distance. Midwest Mafia still waiting, just trying to find any sort of opening, any sort of mistake. Knight is giving them nothing to look at so far. As Owen, stopped by Manny Alar. Dylan on the pinch on the sidewall. Will be left for V-Bell. Perry doesn't have it! Owen's gonna jump through. And MWM tying this game up late. Minutes ago, a tie game, and anything can happen at this point. It's anyone's to win, it's anyone's to lose. It's anyone's to be a hero at this moment. To rise amongst the pressure. As Owen, Perry cleared away, V-Bell. Jared, Dylan has the dribble for Dylan, and now he'll leave it for Owen. Perry gets back in time. Keeps Midwest, and keeps Onyx Knight, I should say, excuse me, in this game. B-Bell. Owen. Perry, you're not going to let them have a free touch off the back wall. Now it's Dylan. Manular doing just the same as Perry has. Although this one, he's kind of lost. He didn't get a good clear on this. And that's going to go straight to the front bumper of Owen as Jared left in the midfield. Perry won't read it. But Knight's still there. They'll just clear this ball away. They look for one last chance late to win this series. But it's Owen who will have it. Flip reset for Owen. Dylan unable to win the challenge. And that ball's still up in the air. Manular's got to play with it. And in fact, he's going to look for a goal. But V-Bell on the stop. Third game in this series, we've gone to overtime. And this one is the most important. Game 5 overtime. One goal for a series victory. It has been exceptionally competitive. One of the best matches we've seen I think one of the best matches I've seen all week so far. Someone's gonna be the winner. Can it be the reigning champions who win once again? Or does 100x Knight find their breakthrough? As Manular. B-Bell. Up goes Jared. Dylan. Owen. Still going is Owen. Owen. Get much on that play as Dylan. On the back wall, Jared. This Mafia. This point is all about ball control and all about being able to keep that ball control. They don't really care how long it takes to score, as long as they can keep the ball, but it's not going to be so easy as Manular. Perry a mile away from this. He can still get a shot on this. Dug through. Perry will win it for Knight. The captain comes through. And he takes revenge for his grand finals loss last season. Perry, who has only seen Midwest Mafia get the better of these matches, will finally turn it around. 100x Knight, for the first time in ATS history, will beat Midwest Mafia. A hard-fought battle, but honestly, Midwest Mafia had their chances to win it, too. Of course, that is not to be. What a performance. What a night here for 100x Knight. You're talking about how much this team had to put into this series to get out of it. It was a long match, 3 overtimes in this matchup. As what a... Gonna get Perry in. It sounds like he wants a little interview here on this stream. Welcome in, Perry. A 3-2 victory for the first time in ATS history. Knight actually gets the better of Midwest Mafia. You lost this team twice last season. It must be a bittersweet moment to know that you now have been able to beat them.
Yeah, we were a little rusty coming into that because yeah, I wasn't really warmed up, but you know, we pulled through.
You guys did. It was a hard-fought series. I know you had to add in Manular today to make sure your roster was able to play into this match. Talk to me what it was like having to get used to Manular, because you added in him today. He wasn't on your roster when you signed up. And you had to get used to him pretty quickly. Manular's a great player, but it's still very tough to get used to people. And knowing Midwest Mafia, that's a team that has such good team chemistry. It was going to be tough to keep up with them. Yet you guys did it, especially in Game 1. You came out strong. What was the mentality like coming into this series? Because obviously, initially, it worked.
No, for sure. Coming into it, I'm not gonna lie, we thought it was gonna be a 3-0, but like we low-key kind of got surprised by how they were playing like Game 2 and 3. But yeah, after like Game 3, like we just started going for everything. We just stopped giving them space, and yeah, they just started working, and you know, we won.
As you said as well, it started working, started clicking. Things just started to go well for you. But it was, of course, Midwest Mafia who made life tough. As they always do. This is a team that makes life tough for anybody that they play against. 2 games straight. You guys had to win both games 4 and 5. You had lost both games 2 and 3 in overtime. Talk to me about the team's mentality after Game 3. What was it that changed going into Game 4? What was it that clicked? Because after Game 3, you guys never really looked like... You guys never really looked back. You guys played exceptionally.
No, you know, shout out to Manny. It was low-key him. He just said, you know, we gotta just stop giving him space, you know, and just like start going for the ball. And like after he said that, you know, we kind of just locked in, and yeah, we won again.
Yeah, as you said as well, but again, as you said, and of course, if you again, you guys played well. You got your win. It's a tough season here. You guys are no longer the #1 seed. Coming into this season, it's a very different season. You guys have a much tougher competition now. This Pinnacle Cup, I mean, it was made for teams like you guys, and you've got some pretty tough competition ahead of you. I mean, take your win this week, but if I'm not wrong, next week's gonna be pretty tough for you guys. You guys got to play against Egoist. You guys got to play against the new #1 seed. So you got Egoist ahead of you guys. You got to win here against Midwest Mafia. But Egoist's an even better team on paper. What are you guys gonna do to prepare for that matchup? Because that team, many expect to be the team that will win the championship this season. Obviously, everybody else has a reason to try to knock them off that pedestal.
Wait, can you remind me who's on Egoist?
Is Javi? Yeah, I'll get it straight to you.
Okay.
As Javi, Temp, and Extreme to wins.
Yeah, no, not coming into this, like, we're pretty confident we're like, we should be the #1 seed, but like, it's all good, you know? But like, with this new team, I know that the team I had last season is a little different, but this is like my ROCS team, you know, and we kind of just decided to join this league. Now, honestly, we think like every single one of these series should be 3-0, ideally, our eyes. So, yeah, we're not really too worried, you know, we're just gonna keep doing the same thing.
He
It
always
works.
mentions that Rock League's a mental game, and obviously it exemplifies it pretty well. You guys came with the mentality of win, and look at this, for the first time, you have beaten Midwest Mafia. So for you, Perry, it's a great moment for you to finally be able to beat the team that you just could not seem to defeat last season. Here in the regular season, congrats on your win in Game 5, congrats on the winning goal in overtime. But of course, before you leave, Perry, you have any last things you want to say, any shoutouts, any final messages, anybody out there that you want to mention?
You know, just shout out to my team and shout out to Manny, you know, he subbed in last second, you know, so that was big from him. And yeah, shout out to him.
Thank you so much for joining, for being so supportive. Have a great night. Take care. Be well. Thank you so much for joining, Perry, and congratulations once again on your victory.
Good night.
That was Perry, who jumped in a 3-2 win for next night. It's a great moment here. This first week has been amazing. This feels like the series that kind of tops off this first week. See Knight finally best the team that they just could not beat last season. Oh, it feels like a story that was written to perfection. I mean, I'm excited. I'm so happy. It felt like the perfect story for this new Hunter X Knight roster to come into the season, play the team that beat them last season, and then beat them here in week 1. But for Midwest Mafia, their run's far from over. They're next week, who do they play against? They play against the Pandemonium Bloodbenders, which is, I mean, it's all going to be good matches. But for now, we're going to do a raid out. Thank you all so much for joining the Sweaty Stream, for being so supportive. Take care. Be well. And see you guys again tomorrow when ATS action returns.